Hi folks, it's Dawud Islam from the Elite Tigers group here with my review of Velocity, the latest release from Amanda Craven. Now, in this review video, I'm going to tell you something that is going to sound really counterintuitive, and that is that you can create a brand new product from start to finish in 24 hours. In fact, I'm going to tell you that this particular product, Velocity, was indeed created by Amanda in 24 hours. Now, if you want to hear more about this, then listen on. Or if you think, no, Dawud, you're a nutter. You can't create a new product in 24 hours. What are you on about? How can that possibly work? Well, out of curiosity, maybe you should stay and listen. But if not, move on to the next thing. But if this sounds a crazy idea that just might work, then listen on, folks. And we'll also be going through the funnel, such as it is, and also my bonus page, which would be immediately underneath this, which is the page that we're on now with Mr. Tiger at the top there. Now, as you can imagine, that's the funnel page. We'll come back to that. No, in fact, it's not. No, that is the main sales page. I was going to say, as you can imagine, this is not a sales page full of slick videos because it was actually put together in 24 hours. And Amanda tells the story of making one of her first products, which she sweated over and spent absolutely weeks and months getting right, which you often do. And it has to be said, which I will probably do with my first launch. Just for those that aren't in the Elite Tigers group and that are watching this, you may well know that although I have a set of now 18 different websites in the Make Money Online niche that I run, and obviously I'm quite established now in affiliate marketing, I have not yet launched my own products, and I'm going to be doing that very shortly. Now, I am using, I suppose, if you're looking at it from a Velocity perspective, you would say the older traditional method that I am researching, and I am going to spend a bit of time launching my first product. But I could run into a situation like Amanda did when no one bought the thing, yeah? Now imagine that, you've spent weeks, months agonizing over getting your pages right, getting your funnel right, getting the OTOs right, getting through compliance on Warrior Plus or ClickBank or wherever you want to go, making sure that PayPal's not going to shut you down and all the rest of it. And then finally you get there, you press the big go button, and what happens? Nothing. Nobody buys it, or only a handful of people buy it. You don't make even your money back that you spent on putting the product together. And oh dear, where do you go from there? Now, obviously, there are steps that you can probably take to try and mitigate that happening, but there's no doubt that even top marketers, hit failures now and again. John O. Armstrong is one of my mentors. Him and Brendan Mace are an amazing team. But they've had two relative flops. Yeah, when I say relative, they still sell a good few hundred copies when they have a flop rather than the thousands that they normally sell. But it just goes to show that even super affiliates that launch products do occasionally come up with one that doesn't fly. Yeah, so it can happen to anyone. But what Amanda's showing is, why put yourself through that? Yeah, because you can actually come up with an idea in half an hour, and then you can take that forward further and you can get the whole thing set up in a day. Yeah. And even brand newbies can do this. In fact, it's particularly suitable for newbies because they've got nothing to lose, really, in a lot of ways. But I tell you what, after looking at this product, now I am going to go down the normal route for launching my first product. I have to say that, yeah, I'm going to do it in the old-fashioned way. But just for the hell of it, after I've launched a couple of products, I'm going to give this a whirl, yeah? I'm going to put together a product in 24 hours and see how I get on. And I will report back. I will report it on my blog, dawudislam.com. You can check that out. Remind me if I forget, but I am definitely going to do it. I've got this scheduled that launch number 3, yeah, we'll go for 2 normal ones, and then launch number 3, I'm going to use this 24-hour method, and we're going to see what happens, yeah? Because I think that it is, although it's counterintuitive, there's something that just makes me think, you know, this will actually work. All right, so let's have a look at what we've got. So this is Amanda's story. She's now created 130 products, and she tells you about the one that got away, the one that she agonized about and did nothing. And then she did another product that only took a couple of days to create, and it sold hundreds. Yeah, so that was the whole basis of velocity. I'll let you read her stories because it is quite amusing and it's quite well written, yeah? But what I want to tell you is what you will learn in this course, which you can get at the moment for $16.24 on the front end. Some of you may have seen Amanda's course recently, Total Turnaround, which shows if you're failing in internet marketing at the moment, how you can totally turn it around. And Amanda guarantees to double your money in 30 days. Now, if you haven't seen that, just search for my reviews, Total Turnaround, because that's well worth checking out. It may even come up when you get an end screen on this video. It should select similar videos, so it may even be there. But otherwise, just put it in the YouTube search. Just put in Total Turnaround Westmonster Dave, which is my YouTube name, and it should come up. All right, so we're going to teach you in this course, or Amanda is, how to come up with a winning product idea that will have them salivating to buy, and you can do that in half an hour. Half an hour. Selling in a completely authentic, non-salesy, non-sleazy way that feels right to you. How to get people ready to buy before you so much as push that launch button, aka the power of the tease. We like a tease. The step-by-step method that Amanda uses to put together her products quickly and easily while juggling 100 things, aka life for us normal folks. Well, don't we just know that? Setting it all up so your customers are screaming hell yes while you're smiling rather than screaming. Amanda's exact method for coming up with an offer that's completely irresistible so people whip out their wallets. How to guarantee that you'll get instant sales, and once you know how to do this, you'll never do it any other way. And then rinsing and repeating as many times as you wish for those all-important recurring sales and compounded profits. So Amanda is going to take you by the hand and lead you through the way to come up with a brand new product in a day, even if you've never done this before. And she says, in fact, especially if you've never done it before, because then you've definitely got nothing to lose, have you? Remember how it worked for her? And she sometimes does this on a weekly basis. So she gets all of her ideas from working with students and clients. And this is proof of the pudding, because this product, I'm not doing this on launch day. I've actually waited a couple of days to see what would happen with Velocity. And I can tell you what's happened. It's sold over 100 copies, yeah? So this is anecdotal evidence. These are the real stats from Warrior Plus. And I know because Amanda emailed me before she created this product and said, I'm going to create a product in 24 hours. In fact, I'm working on it now. It will launch tomorrow. And my immediate reaction was, you've got to be nuts, yeah? But the actual proof that it works is there, and that's why I deliberately waited a couple of days before I did a review video on this one, because I wanted to see what would actually happen. And now I've seen what's happened. Amanda's sold over 100 copies of it, so the system works, even though it sounds absolutely berserk, yeah? So that is that is the nutcase idea, the left field idea that is Velocity. And what will you get if you decide to invest in Velocity? Well, you've got 2 days, not 24 hours, to take this up. This video will be there. That's why it's blank at the moment. It will be there. If you click on any of these green buttons before this countdown timer gets to 0, you'll get these bonuses. So what are they? They are profitable product creation ideas. If the course doesn't inspire you, then we'll give you a few more ideas to try and get the creative juices flowing. Landing pages 101, whatever you're selling, you need a good landing page. Jumpstart your email list. Whatever you're selling, you need a good email list. Some more techniques for that. Viral secrets exposed. The one thing you want if you're looking for a quick return and a quick starting from scratch in 24 hours, you want things to go viral. And finally, creating your first startup. So telling you how to get a business up and running from the ground up. Hopefully you can see that there's a pattern here and that these all complement the main product. As I said, you'll get all of these if you click this green button before we count down to 0 there. You'll come into the Warrior Plus receipt page, click on the green button to access your copy of Velocity, and click on the blue button to get my bonuses. And we'll just have a quick look at the funnel, which I did have there a minute ago, folks, so you just have to bear with me a second while there it is. Right, okay. Front end velocity is 16, whatever it was that I said. So the upsell is Speed Profit System, which is Amanda's best-selling course on how to create all kinds of content super fast so you can profit just as fast. All of Amanda's courses are good. Most of her students, once they've had a course off of her, they end up buying everything she ever releases. That is the testimonial, I guess, from her students. So if you want that, you'll pay between 21 and 37, depending on where we are in the sales cycle at the moment. You have to look at the exact price when you get to that page. There is a downsell. If you can't afford that one, or you don't like the sound of that, there's also an evergreen best-selling course on list building magnets, which is called Money Magnets, and that will be somewhere between $12 and $17. So you'll only get offered that one if you turn down the Speed Profit System. And then the final one is a Velocity upgrade, and that is a collection of Amanda's best-selling courses to help you build on what you've learned in Velocity. This will be a really good package, folks. So whichever one of these you've taken, I would recommend that you take the second upsell, which is the Velocity upgrade. All right, so we're obviously recommending the front end, this middle one, and here. Giving a rating's difficult on this one, isn't it? Because it's such a left field product. Yeah, we've proved that it works. I'm going to give it a 4 out of 5 star rating because it's so bad it's good, if you know what I mean. It's like, it's such a nutcase idea that it's sort of almost got to work in a counterintuitive sort of way. So there you have it, folks. That is Velocity. You may think that the whole idea is just ridiculous, but I'm guessing the fact that you've watched the video right to this stage, you're thinking, well, I don't know, this just might work, you know, let's give it a whirl. So there you have it. If you do want to have a dabble, then click on these green buttons. That'll bring you through to the sales page. Scroll down to the bottom, and then you'll come into the Warrior Plus area and get your downloads. So thanks as ever, folks, for watching and indeed listening. This has been Dawud Islam of the Elite Tigers Group with my review of Velocity.